I'm gonna expose myself on YouTube. I'm gonna make a YouTube video embarrassing myself.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I got to tell you about the fabulous, most groovy
G-Man. G-Man.
You know you're breaking the law right now. I will stomp a mud hole in you, sir. I am not playing, Dragnet.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
So big can this guy be?
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even outtalk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
So big can this guy be?
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even outtalk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries.
Oh, hello there. You caught me in the middle of doing homework. I don't know why it does that. Anyway. So, I don't know how many times I've had to repeat this. I know throughout the years, I couldn't even count. Because I hear time and time again, sometimes from the same fucking people who, for some strange reason, are better than everyone else, because they don't watch my videos, but they watch my videos because they comment on it. That's how I know that they watch the videos, and they go to other people's shit and comment on the videos of mine that they supposedly don't watch, how much better they are than everyone else for not watching my videos, and then I find them later. How you doing, Brother John? I'm definitely talking about you. And whine and complain, because I'm calling fuckers out today, about how much better they are because they leave G-Man alone. Now, folks, every single fucking time I leave his ass alone, what happens? I've not said his fucking name. I've not mentioned it. I don't think I've even referenced him at all. At all. At all. And so the response is from the person who claims I've been stalking him. Person who claims I'm a terrorist and all this other kind of shit. His response to me leaving the fuck alone and doing what he wants is to purposely try and antagonize me, because that's what you do for somebody that you want, you know, to leave you alone. And it's the same shit over and over again. That's why I lie. That's why I like, I'm reading Ronan's comment, crying. I like, he come crying? I'm sorry, that Ronan, your comment just threw me the fuck up. He come crying. Oh, he come crying. Okay, Jesus, I need more coffee. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's two things I don't get. There's two things. One, does he not realize that this is like a cycle with him? I leave him alone, and then he makes videos purposely antagonizing me, hoping that I make a video response that he's obviously not going to watch. And if you're just doing housework, I'm doing the air quotes thing. He's not going to watch it either, because, yeah. But then the people who routinely claim that they also don't watch because they're better than everyone else, they have better things to do, which they don't, and that they're sick, they're better than G-Man, they're better than talking to people like G-Man, but they watch and they keep up on the shit that's going on with him, and they got shit to say about me reviewing his videos. Again, I'm calling motherfuckers out today because I thought at some point in time folks wasn't this fucking stupid. And yeah, I'm name dropping. So I don't get it. Maybe it's because, I don't know, I'm just smarter than everybody else. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what people want me to say. Maybe I'm just smarter than most of the folks who give me criticism. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I'm feeling myself today. Maybe that's fucking it. Don't take that to heart. I don't know who y'all are. I have no idea who the fuck you people are. So I think I listened to probably 2 minutes of this video, and I'm going to be Rev News, aka Baby Carrot, and say that I got a revelation from the Diabetes God of what the rest of the video had to say. So just like Rev, I can watch 2 minutes of any video and know what the other 98% of it was. So I was able to gather 18 minutes of information from the 2 minutes. And this one is actually pretty funny. Like, the first 2 minutes is just fucking hilarious, because I almost forgot how delusional G-Man was. And I know that's a really weird thing for me to say, me of all people, but switching modes, I could say that. Like, switching modes from Shani and Rev kind of reasonable delusional to absolutely abject stupidity delusional is a kind of a hard pivot to make in a lot of cases, because they're not the same. That Shani and Rev, for some strange reason, think that people are being fooled by their claims that they're in Japan, when literally every other indication in their own videos show that they're not in fucking Japan. So it's one of those, well, maybe they're just fucking with people. Okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. I could tell you that I'm in Paris right now and just like start speaking Pidgin French and pretending that the scenery has not changed because I live in the exact same type of region in Paris, France. But it'd be like a long con. It'd just be me fucking with people, right? I could play along. I could keep up the gag, and it's understandable. But with G-Man, there is no long, he doesn't have that capability. There is no long con with him. There is no four-dimensional chess being played. He likes to pretend that he's capable of that, but he's not. He's incredibly transparent. Incredibly transparent. And we've seen that. So I categorize that as a different type of foolishness, a different type of stupid than your regular, everyday, good old American type of stupid. But then again, there's checks and balances. I think G-Man's not stupid enough to assault an officer. So hats off to G-Man for being smart enough to escape possible prison time, because yeah, Colorado police don't like it when you punch their friends and their coworkers. I don't think they take too kindly to that. So Rev might be facing some actual physical jail time. Like no bullshit. All bullshit aside, he might be facing some real time. And that's just for the fucking assault on an officer. That's not even like considering his little mishap in the parking lot of the kids' elementary school. Actually, I think it was elementary school. No, I think they're middle school. Yeah, it should be middle school by now. Middle school. So still, kid school. Anyway, I think I've talked enough. Oh, I was watching the rest of Secular Opinions video. Secular Opinions, Weirdo Wonderland. I don't know why. Like that's a great. If y'all know Secular Opinions, like the way that he does shit, heavily influence how I do shit. If y'all did not know that, that is the prototypical fucking dude who just calling him a troll isn't accurate. This dude is a goddamn mastermind manipulator. He's an MM. Like he is that this man cannot say anything and get under people's skin. And I've seen it. But then he has this cadre of like weirdos. Like Shanny was one of them. And like Tila Tequila was another one. Sometimes G-Man's on there. And his commentary on it. He doesn't do a lot of commentary, but the way that he collates all the different videos, they all mesh pretty well together. They all typically have a theme. And the one that me and the wife were watching last night was fucking help take these kids away from these crazy people. That was the thing. So Von Helton, Tila Tequila, Shanny for Christ. All the videos are along whatever theme he's bringing to the table. And I agree with some of the constructive criticism, Secular, that need more commentary. I like the fact that you have gathered the material, but having some more colorful commentary would be nice. Because that's what the people come for. Because the people can watch the videos on their own. They can go to a playlist, but they're coming for the commentary. So I would actually agree with that bit of not even criticism, just a critique. It's a positive critique. So anyway.
So I want to talk about this for a little bit here. Some people was asking me in a live chat. And by the way, guys, welcome to GTV. I am G-Man, your host. They were asking me, do I support certain people on here and whatnot? And my answer for that is why do you care if I support somebody or not? Like honestly, this is what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm?
Yay! So rather than actually like addressing the question, because we know G-Man loves addressing questions, he dodges it. Now it's not even a minute into the video, and it's already showing. This is a G signal. This is a G sign right here. When you ask him a direct question and then he responds with another question, he does not want to step on his own dick.
Black people do coke.
Black people do coke. Angry Rose says, is Shani paying G-Man to take the heat off of her? It's not clear just yet. Now, I know why you asked that question, Angry Roach. I know exactly why you're asking that question, okay? You think about something for a second here. If G-Man did not feel the need to offer his commentary on Shanny before, right? He said whatever he wanted to and spent a few videos trying to emasculate Revelation News. Like a whole video just doing that. Had a whole video on Shanny being fat and ugly. He had no problem making those videos. But now when people are going, hey, your sister in Christ is denouncing Christians and, saying that y'all failed her. And, it seems as though she's being soft on you again. And so people are going, okay, so what's G-Man's response to this? Because he's pretty quick on that. He's pretty quick on making a response when his name is being mentioned. But now he's being quiet. So it's like, what's going on here? He's trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's avoiding answering the question because he wants to see how this plays out. Now, G-Man's fucking stupid. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. G-Man wants to talk about RNA world. He can RNA this ass. How about that? He can come RNA and kiss this ass. That's what we can do. G-Man wants to see how this all plays out. Someone had mentioned this to me before, and I like this. It does actually match G-Man's personality. G-Man has a great sense of self-preservation. He does. He does. I will not deny that. He is fucking stupid. I will never deny that. But he does know how to watch a situation and see how it benefits him. And we've seen this before. We've seen this. He will take advantage of situations for financial gain. He will take advantage of situations to try and what does it say? Coerce. He will try. I had to get it. He will try to find ways to coerce people into joining in his inner circle. Because what's more important than G-Man, his ego, is having people to pad that ego. Having people in the immediate vicinity to try and enable his bad behavior, to give him affirmation and to be there in his time of need. That's when the evil atheist is saying things about him and he gets his feelings hurt. He stays up at night. He loses sleep. When the big bad Dragnot comes around. That's important to him, right? So that line of defense, having those voices there, those warm bodies, is very important. And he does spend quite a bit of time trying to build bridges, albeit poorly, in an effort to do that. So if he can get Shanny and Rev back on his team, just think about it. If he can get them back on Team G-Man, because it seems they're fickle. But Shanny and Rev both are incredibly fucking fickle. They have a very similar desire. So there is a motivation for them to interact with one another as a cohesive unit rather than as opposition. G-Man could possibly receive compensation for the work that he put into the house. He could make amends, and then he could have
Black people do coke.
Two people who are financially well off in his corner. Again, these are benefits. These directly benefit G-Man. Directly. So you have to think about it from that perspective. You have to think about it. Drag, have you taken down Steve McCrae's that port? Not at all. I don't give a shit about Steve. I other than I hope he gets better. Hope he fixes himself. No. I hear that he's upset that people are plotting against him or some shit like that. I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. Robert Blair, VA payday. Here you go, Dragon Lord. Thank you. If you want to, your Dragoon dues, folks. Where is it? Matter of fact, Mr. Blair, hold on just a sec. You just reminded me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Where is it? Is this it? Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. All right. Here we go, folks. Roommate stole my money. I need $10,000. Give it to me. Money. Give me money. Money. Dues, folks. Dragoon dues are due. It is the 28th. I don't know what that was. It's the 28th Dragoon dues, folks. Folks. You put the command in the chat. ! Pledge week to get the link. Dragoon dues. Anyway, new people are gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about? G-Man has, I think he has this idea in his mind to kind of wait it out, because in the past he's jumped into the fray, not really knowing how things are going to play out, and it's not really worked out well for him because he thinks that he can, outsmart everybody, and it doesn't work out for him. So, and he may be receiving instruction from Beckel to kind of hold his horses. Who knows? So that's where I think this is going. But let's see what he says. Let's see how much you owe in dues. So $50 and a blowjob.
I'm saying every day somebody's coming to Christianity. Somebody's leaving atheism for Christianity. Can't tell you the last time I heard an atheist leaving Christianity for atheism. Can't tell you the last time I heard this. You know what I mean? I cannot tell you the last time I've heard any of this.
I think you got that backwards.
You know what I mean? And a lot of this great debate stuff, I mean, let's just face it, guys. A lot of this stuff is very boring to a lot of the atheists here on the internet.
He's right.
Because let's just be honest. They don't got no comebacks for intelligent design. They have no comebacks for the things that we actually believe, except for God at the gaps and God at the gaps and taking something out of context and God at the gaps.
So I love G-Man's his summation of the common responses to intelligent design, which quite largely is God of the gaps argument. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. G-Man doesn't actually understand logical fallacies. I know I'm preaching to the choir. If you ask him, he will tell you words associated with the actual logical fallacy, via Wikipedia or whatever, but internalizing what it means to make a syllogism, to have a both a sound and a valid argument, the syntax needed that you can construct from words, he doesn't actually understand that. And I'm trying to break it down. I'm not going all the way down to phonemes, but putting words into sentences is hard enough for him. Have you ever seen him type? He can't type a grammatically correct sentence to save his fucking life. But using those basic skills that he did not get from 12 years of free education and understanding how they can form sentences and then these sentences relate to one another. They have a relational type ship thing going on. And trying to ascertain what jives well as far as the content of those sentences. No, you might as well fucking forget it. This is the same guy who had no idea what hyperbole means. He thought hyperbole was something that atheists made up to lie to Christians. No, I didn't make that up. He literally thought that. And I think he still does, actually. I think he doesn't actually understand figurative language. And that might point to certain developmental issues. But, abstract thinking, I guess, is that what that falls into? Not sure. I'm not a child psychologist, so I wouldn't know.
And that's all they got, because they don't really think about nothing before they actually speak.
Oh, the irony.
And that's something that needs to be taken into consideration when we're thinking about, this so-called great debate community, which is not really the great debate community. It's a great drama community now, if you're part of the Dragoons. So I entitled this video that drag is really making you people look stupid. All right. Do you guys know I have video proof with several, and drag's one of them, by the way, with several of these people who have stated that they are good people.
Now, I don't know where he got that lie from, because I've said on multiple occasions that I honestly don't think I'm a good person at all. And it's weird because he said that. He's acknowledged that. He's used that in previous videos. Not even like I think earlier this month, actually. Earlier this month he was saying, well, Drag even admitted that he wasn't a good person. And some of you have heard me say that multiple times. I don't think I'm a good person. I'm not joking. I don't think I'm a good person. But now, for the sake of his argument, he will say the exact opposite. Because, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just make up shit, because G-Man had, like Revelation News, no issue lying. And that's kind of one of the things that somewhat bothers me. It's not shocking, but for me, at least how I was raised, you don't just lie for the sake of lying. If I need to lie in order to save a Jew that may be in my attic, then I'm a lie. Or if, let's say I give you a real life example, my wife had just given birth and she's having trouble clotting. If you know anything about a placenta, that's a messy piece of fucking organ right there. You kind of need some clotting or you will hemorrhage and die. My son, our son, was having a few medical issues, minor stuff that happened with neonates. And rather than worry my wife when she was asking me, is he okay? And say, yeah, he's having some oxygen issues. You know, the doctors are kind of worried. I lied to her. I absolutely fucking lied to her. So rather than me possibly risking 2 lives, I'm gonna minimize the fuck out of that. So when I talk about lying, not just for the sake of lying, if that lie is going to help protect the life, yes, absolutely. Not lying such as, I don't know, I live in Japan when I actually don't live in Japan. That kind of lie. Or lying about people's arguments just to make a point. Lying for the sake of lying. Reflexive lying, like G-Man likes to do. Because it's something he does very well. So, that's where I want to draw the difference there. That's where I want to draw the difference.
I have several videos of them. I have several videos. I am the owner, and one of many Christians on here, of the owner of many videos of atheists claiming that they are good people. They have done good things.
Freedom!
I give you money to read my jokes. Thank you for your service. You're welcome, Buck Melanoma. Because that's what I do. You send me money and I read things.
Fast forward 3 to 5 years later, and they took off that little mask and they stopped pretending and they stopped acting, and now they're admitting that they're horrible people.
So it's not they admitting that they are horrible people. When have you heard me say that I'm a good person? So this is interesting. G-Man loves to generalize. That's one thing that I love about him. He loves generalizing. Shannon Q is a pretty good person. Pretty good person. She does charities. She likes to see the good in people, warm and fuzzy and all that bullshit. I'm not that person at all. I think people are shitty. I think people are terrible in general. I include myself in that. So we come from 2 different angles. I understand why she does the thing that she does, but G-Man wants to conflate who I am with Shannon Q. We are not the same fucking person. At all. At all. At all. I'm not Matt Dillahunty. I'm not Shannon Q. I'm not Raging Atheist. I'm not none of those other people. At all. But for G-Man's sake, for his argument, he'll make up whatever he needs to. Because, fuck it, why not, right? Just lie for the sake of lying.
They're not good people. That they're douchebags, and they were never good to begin with. Every time an atheist opens up his or her mouth, they don't understand that they're saying this on the internet, and somebody is downloading your information, or what you said, and somebody is recording your information. We know what you said 3 years ago, and we know what you said 5 years later. Okay? So no more atheists. None of you guys can no more say I'm a good person. Good people don't sit around the house all day gossiping about other people. Oh, did I strike a nerve there? Because that's what you guys do. You tell me that I need to use different soap when I shower, even though you can't tell me the soap I'm using, and I mean that hypothetically, metaphorically. You people like to tell me that I need to get a roof over my head, even though I think I already got one of those. Tell me to get a job, even though I already got one of those. You tell me all of these different things about myself, but what you can't do, what you're incapable of doing, is using this so-called education that you guys are using. Not only are you gossips and love a good gossip, but you follow people who are a gossip and loves the gossip.
Here's the jealousy.
And you want to know what? I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm going to call out the broken toys, and I'm going to call out the dragoons. Everybody on here seems to be more concerned.
Now, how many of y'all have kind of caught on to something that I've said before, where I say that I mention certain things. I mention specific things in my videos – just to see who's paying attention. Now, if you don't know G-Man's reference to broken toys, it's analogous to the Dragoons. They're people who typically watch my videos will refer to themselves as Dragoons for the inside joke that we all have. Irate Alex has viewers, refers to themselves as the broken toys. Now, it's interesting that G-Man knows those labels and those distinctions. Now, how would he know about that unless he was watching our channels? Think about that for a second, because I've given shout outs to the broken toys for the last few days because they've been showing out. They show support to Irate Alex in his time of need. If y'all follow Irate Alex, y'all know what's going on with him, medically. Trying to figure out what's going on up here. Bless his heart. But how would G-Man know about that unless he's watching the shit? Unless he's watching what's transpiring over the last few days. It's interesting, huh? Interesting what he mentions. Just like it's interesting when Rev mentions certain light bulbs that give off natural light. Interesting.
About what a person is doing in their bedroom.
There's a forced laugh.
God, you can't make this stuff up. Then they are about, I wonder how we can prove that evolution is not a bedtime story for adults. Or, I wonder how we can get religion out of our politics. I guess that ain't important for you guys no more, right? I guess it's, do you honestly believe you're gaining voters by doing what you're doing? You're losing voters. Nobody trusts you people. Nobody look at you people as being good people. We look at you guys as the problem, not the solution. You guys are making me look real smart right now by all of the things that you guys are doing by attacking these poor, defenseless, innocent people. Why you guys want to sit there and say, hey, G-Man, you got your education out of a garbage can, and true empiricism needs to eat some food, and some of you are sitting there talking about.
So the comments about true empiricism, I sent him a few messages actually, on Skype, and I said, look, True is looking a little thin. Danger. I've never seen him that skinny. I've been watching the dude for years, and he looks really skinny. And he, like a few weeks ago, he didn't look that skinny. And so I said, hey, how about you check up on your buddy? Ask him, is everything all right? So me and Sam were just talking, and man don't look too good. Wasn't anything malicious, wasn't anything mean, but he took what I said, I sent to him privately, and he took it and turned it into an insult. I can show y'all the exact message I sent him. So that's something to keep in mind while he's talking about how different he is from other people. I didn't make a whole video, oh, True, you look like ass. Oh, man, No, I didn't do that. I sent the message to him privately. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, if y'all want receipts on the messages, I can show them to you.
Like all of us different Christians, and how we don't want that smoke. We're begging for the smoke. We want.
Now he says he don't want. Now he wants that smoke again. Where would he get that from? Who was he listening? Who is he listening to? Who says that? You want that smoke? I wonder.
Want the smoke. We want to roll up a blunt and smoke it all up right now. You're right, one is right.
He doesn't watch my videos, by the way.
Right there, man.
He doesn't. Oh, I almost got. How did I forget? Y'all made me forget. I blame you. I'm blaming everybody for my problems. He doesn't watch my videos. Remember that. G-Man does not watch my videos.
They don't look in the mirror. They're quick to talk about somebody else without looking at themselves first. My God, the field day I'm going to have with these people in the future is not even funny, because I'm not going to forget none of this. None of this. Like, honestly, how can you be a grown man and be more concerned about the soap that I'm using in my shower than you are about what's going on in your own life? Like, that's something that unemployed women do. Like, the Dragoons and the broken toys ain't nothing but a bunch of unemployed females who just gossip and talk about each other behind their back. That's all they are. This is great. This is hilarious because it supports the idea that atheism is dead. Nobody's preaching the gospel of atheism. Nobody's winning anybody. And what's even better is they're going to start losing voters. They're going to start losing voters. This is great. They're going to start losing voters.
I don't know how he connects people watching drama channels to voters being lost in some election that he's not actually like outlined. Does anybody else follow this weird train of thought? This is what makes me think his mother drank with him in the womb. Like none of this makes any sense at all. But he is happy. He is absolutely happy. Somehow people who watch, like, so if you watch the Steve Wilkos show or Maury or I don't know, you can't go out and vote now. Like, is that what happens? I'm so lost. Maybe y'all can help me. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. But he's happy about it. He's happy. He still thinks Orange running for office. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Orange's in South Africa right now. He's no longer in the political sphere at all. He's not. He'll go and support other candidates, but yeah, he's done with that. But you know what? That tells you how much G-Man knows.
They're going to lose what they worked so hard for, and I'm laughing all the way to the bank. I wonder how we can prove atheism is wrong and get people to stop voting for these idiots. I know. Take G-Man off of YouTube and let them fight each other all day, which is what's been happening.
Oh, he had a plan. Oh, so he's purposely been absent so that it can distract everyone. And without with the G-Man as a focal point, then the chaos will ensue and they'll entertain themselves through other means. And because they're not focused on proving the evolutions, then they won't go and vote for the evolution candidate, because that's what you vote for when you go to the polls, as the evolution candidate, and then creationism will win. I figured it out, folks. G-Man's outsmarted all of us. Everyone here, including the Christians, he's outsmarted you, because that's definitely how you vote. You vote based on who, you know. Oh, okay. All right, G-Man.
You know what I mean? And I'm going to sneak these videos in every now and then. Only 9 people are watching. Nobody really knows what I'm doing over here. This is great. I love this.
He needs more than a slap.
I'll get my views later. Wonders Rocket Dodge says, G, the Bible says people just love the taste of gossip. Where is it? Hold on, let me get that again. The Bible says people just love the taste of gossip so they can prove that the Bible is right all the time. That's right. That's right. I can prove the Bible is. I can look at the Dragoons right now and say the Bible is true, and I can look at everything they're doing and how they're treating people and how they look for people that they disagree with, so that they can gang up on that one person and laugh at them and belittle them while they have the nerve and the gall to sit there and say that they're good people. Like, are you serious?
He's so mad at y'all laughing at him.
I'm a professional student. Does your school know what you do when you're not in school?
Yeah, I tell them.
Do they have any idea what you do with your free time?
Actually, it's funny he mentions that. I just told like the folks in my molecular biology lab that I'm a YouTuber, and it's funny. I showed them your video, G-Man, of you threatening me with the sledgehammer. So yeah, my PI knows that I'm on YouTube. My 2 lab mates both know that I'm on YouTube, and I tell them my channel name and I tell them who you are. So I don't hide any of this stuff at all. So it's funny that you think that I'm not fairly transparent. So it is hilarious. Who's that? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Sharon Fitz. Who are you? Where are you from? Not your actual location, but where'd you find? How did you find me? I was hiding. Yeah, I let people know exactly who the fuck I am and what I do. And when I say, yeah, you know what, I have some pretty strong opinions about folks, and my shit's pretty graphic, pretty crude, so I try my best not to sugarcoat who I am and what I do, because that's no fun. That's no fun. I want people to understand what they see is what they get. Who are you? Who are you?
I bet you they don't. I know one thing. A lot of you think I'm mad about Dragnet being on the Atheist Experience. Not only...
Okay. Everybody who said that he was mad about me being on Atheist Experience, he's going to clear that up right here, right now, because a lot of y'all messaged me at various points of time before I was on, while I was on, and clearly after I was on about how mad that he is that I was on that damn show. And he's going to clear it up. Clear it up right now. For once and for all, he is not upset in the least.
Do I support him being on the Atheist Experience? But I'm going to call the Atheist Experience one day. One day I'm going to call the Atheist Experience. And you know what I'm going to say when I call the Atheist Experience, guys? You know what I'm going to do? Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. Let me get out of here.
Does he not know that he's... I told him he's banned.
You guys want to know what I'm going to do when I go to the Atheist... When I call the Atheist Experience?
What you going to do, G-Man?
You know what I'm going to do?
What you going to do?
I'm going to say, did you know that you got a gossip on your panel in which all of his videos is nothing about but prying into people's personal life?
Oh.
That's all he does.
That's all I do.
For all the schooling that he's doing, guys. For all the schooling that Dragnet does, what does he do with his education? He doesn't do nothing with it.
So my education in the realm of cellular molecular biology is so applicable here, talking about religion and talking about the stupid shit that people do.
Black people
online.
do coke.
I can't imagine that I've squandered my education, folks. Nobody here says G-Man is a sad little boy. Yes, he is. He is a sad little boy. Yeah, I noticed the police in the background. He doesn't live in a nice area. I'm pretty sure I didn't have to tell you all that he does not live in a nice area. In fact, it's a friend of mine. Y'all see it from time to time. Not Odd Job, Odd Talk has told me a bit about his area. And if there was a ghetto inside of a ghetto, there's a meta ghetto that exists in New Jersey. He's in it. We're gonna call it that. But again, y'all could have figured that out by now. That I didn't have to tell you that. But yeah, this is an actual criticism, and not just G-Man. Other people have had this criticism that I'm not using my education, and I could be making videos on science. And to which I've replied, I have. And I will take the time to do videos and record stuff when I'm in the lab, and I put it on Patreon for people who actually care. Because when I do make videos, or I'm doing like titrations and shit like that, nobody watches them. So if you really want them, you'll go get them. And there was a similar criticism from, who was it? Mr. McGinnis, about the content on my channel. And I had to inform Mr. McGinnis that if I were to actually go into detail about what I do in a lab and my education, you wouldn't understand it. So that you can, like, people don't want me to say stuff like that. People get upset when I point that out, that the stuff that I actually do, you're not going to understand it. It's taken me years to get to where I am, and you looking over a YouTube video, you're not going to be able to ascertain everything that you need because you lack the requisite knowledge for it. That's not anything I'm not trying to insult people, but that's the fact of the matter. It's the same thing when me, Sam, CRISPR, RSC, whoever, Rational Mind, we all were doing journal clubs, and everybody was fucking lost because no one had the requisite knowledge to understand the topic. So when we have very highbrow conversations, when we bring the science, to this realm, it's not a high demand for it in reality, and the people who are complaining about it don't show up. But then the people who are there really don't know what's going on. So there's no point.
Freedom. I think Gmon's umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck a little too long when he was born.
Oh, that's mean. So
here I still owe you oral stimulation.
Oh shit, it didn't play? Oh wow, why didn't it play? Let's look at my oh, she activated the long one. The long one, folks. That is disconcerting. Hold on for just a second. Let's see. Let me get this over here. That's weird. Yeah, that was supposed to activate the MP3 that plays. Give me just a second. Let me play him. And thank you, by the way, Stupid Horror Energy. You still owe me the oral stimulation? Well, you know what? You better get on that shit.
Which makes me wonder, why is he going to school? Going to school for what?
To get a job?
He don't talk about cancer. He don't talk about possible cures for cancer. All this dude do is blah, 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 blah about people's personal life. That's all he does.
Yeah.
That's all they do. And it's not just him. It's all of his followers. It's Sam, and now they got this Captain Kangaroo lawyer known as Nate. And you guys see how I embarrassed him by going to New York City and calling him out, and he didn't even show up.
What?
I have no respect for the illegal team whatsoever. The illegal team's a joke.
You see something.
This is a test super chat alert for $1.
Why is the kill command not working? This upsets me. This is not good. That's some bullshit.
The illegal team is a joke.
This is a test super chat alert.
I know more about the illegal team than they think I do, because it's very public information. All right.
Legal team.
So they can keep taking they can keep getting their legal advice from Captain Kangaroo all they want, but it doesn't mean that they're right. You understand what I'm saying? Drag, let me give you some advice, dude.
Sure.
Stop embarrassing the... Matter of fact, you know what? Let me not be fake. Let me keep it real. Keep up the good work, dude. Keep embarrassing the atheist community. Keep making people not want to identify as being atheists.
Okay.
Keep making you guys be known as a bunch of drama and gossip people. Please keep doing it. You're doing an excellent job. You're making us Christians look really good right now. All right? And you're doing it by, I'm a professional student. I ain't doing jack with my education, though. He ain't doing nothing with his education. What is Dragnet doing for my community? What is Dragnet doing for my community? And I am not referring to the Christian community. I'm talking about the African American community.
Here we go. I knew we were coming. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I owe y'all a kill command that works. And it's, look at my horse. My horse is amazing for damn near a fucking minute. So, here's something that I love. I love this about G-Man. He's all over the fucking place. He has no idea what my goals are, who I am as a person, even though I am pretty open with exactly, I do need a producer, exactly who I am and what I do. What does the Dragnaut do's? I don't come on here to be Science's Dragnaut. At all. At all whatsoever. I don't care. There's no one on here that I have to impress except for one or two people who may have a direct influence on me getting into the biomedical field, biomedical research field in the future. One or two actual living human beings who have influence in that arena. That's it. Everybody else I'm not too concerned with. But my skills and ability, my accolades, my education, all those things that play a role in that have to do.
He black, we got a black man in office. He black, we got a black man in office. He black, we got a black man in office. He black, we got a black man in office. Black. When Barack Obama was in office, they didn't try to make sense of anything. They just said, he black, we got a black man in office. He black, we got a black man in office. He black.
We need DeRoy's great wisdom.
And we shall get DeRoy's great wisdom. I promise tonight. There's going to be a special episode of the Hannibal Monty Shit Show where we will be premiering the DeRoy intro. So if you like the Audacity, DeRoy now has one. There's one thing I don't understand in regards to G-Man. I've spent some years pointing out his absurdity on a regular basis. God damn it. Fucking chat. Basis. Why bother? Okay, yeah, so that's a decent question. That's actually a pretty decent question. It's entertaining to me. That's literally the only reason I do this, is that I find it entertaining. It pisses him off, and that makes me happy, because I think he's a terrible person. And his misery is fodder for my amusement. I am an actual terrible person. I don't deny that at all. So seeing him upset and angry makes me happy. Yeah. So that's really it. What was I saying? Okay. God damn it, I hate y'all in that fucking super chat, please. My actual education, my accolades, that sort of thing goes towards biomedical research in the future, which there are opportunities that exist here in Houston. Major reason we moved here, and in order to get to those heights, you need an education and experience. So that's why I'm paying money out of my own pocket to get the experience working as a research assistant in a biochemistry lab. So there's no point in me discussing a lot of this stuff, because when I do, people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anyway, except for a handful. Because plant biology is such a niche area, and the aspartate pathway of plant biochemistry is an even smaller niche. The mechanics of that pathway that deal with the production of methionine and isoleucine and other amino acids, and niche inside of a niche inside of a niche. So that's something that it doesn't really interest a lot of people. It doesn't really interest me, to be honest with you. I just do it because it's experience and it's a challenge. But I need that experience and as a biochemist, and I need experience as a cell culture technician. So my next goal will be to work with more cell culture, because I've already taken a course, I've already done cell culture. I've cultured cells, I've successfully passaged cells for several generations, I've frozen them, all that kind of stuff. But I need more experience doing that. So in order to get to where I want to be in this industry, I spend my time doing that. And I get on YouTube because it entertains me. That's I don't really watch TV. YouTube is my entertainment mostly, and video games. So G-Man seems to think that you bring all you have to bear and you put it all on the line when you get on YouTube. No, not at all. I'm not one of those people, but I understand why he thinks this way. It's not that he's just a stupid idiot and he's just completely is out of line with making these presumptions. No, he's not. So G-Man was brought up in an era where people did that. People tried to bring all they had to bear, their everything, threw everything in the pot, because their appearance online shaped who they were as a person, or who they are. There's still people who do that. There's still people who do that. I know people who they have degrees in philosophy, and they want to come on here, and boy, with the sophistry and boy, they are big shots on the internet because they can have great discussions and they can convince other people that they're smarter than they really are. There's a lot of people who do that. I'm not one of them, because I don't give a shit. I really don't care. I really don't care. I really don't care. But I think it's interesting because G-Man was kind of surrounded and molded and shaped by a lot of people who did that. So now he thinks that kind of thing persists. But it's just like anything else with G-Man, though. He's stuck in the past. He's stuck in the 90s. All the references that he has, they're all 90s references. He is stuck in the past, and that's where he'll stay. Those of us who used to make videos on atheism and, this stupid Christian, we've grown, we've learned. It's not just stupid Christian. I criticize more non-believers than I do believers, because I've learned over the years that the stupidity of people isn't just relegated to folks who have a particular belief set. That's stupid. That's naive. I've seen non-believers do some of the exact same shit that they criticize religious people for. But they'll pretend that they're fucking superior because they don't believe in a God. And they have the same mentality. They have the same pitfalls. They have the same hang-ups. They use the same logical fallacies. They have the same level of accomplishment in their life. But for some weird reason, they're more superior. Because they don't believe. That's fucking stupid. And I think they need to be called out. So, that's just me. But maybe why I'm not too popular. I don't get to hang out with the cool kids. That's okay. That's okay. My passion doesn't reside on YouTube. His does. But that's where the disconnect is. That's what he doesn't understand. He doesn't get that. And it's okay. That is okay. That is okay. G-Man, along with other people, have a YouTube passion. They have a goal and they want to accomplish certain things because they think it'll transform into something in real life. It'll manifest. I shouldn't say. It's going to manifest good things in real life. And he is convinced of this. Me, I'm a bit more pessimistic. I don't think that way. I don't. I really don't. But maybe he'll explain why he has this particular view. We'll see. We'll see.
This fool doing with his education? That's what I want to know. That's how we know that the Bible is the book of life, because it describes people down to the. That's right. One Rockadash, you want the money today, man. You're totally right about that. That's how we know it's reliable, because everything that these people are doing was predicted in Scripture and is very prescriptive, meaning everything that they're doing, they can't stop doing because they're sinners and they need a Savior. They need Jesus Christ. Every last one of them. And they can't say I'm wrong. They can't tell me to prove it because I can show them the verses that shows what they're doing verbatim. Verse to verse. Like, honestly, that you're going to say nothing but a bunch of unemployed women who sit around all day talking about other people. That's all they do.
So, this is funny. I do know that Irate Alex has a large female audience. I did notice that, but from what I can tell, almost all of them are employed. I'm going to say almost all of them are employed. A lot of women in my chat, some of them, I'm trying to actually think of women that I know in my chat who are just housewives. Like their job is homemaking, you know, and I can't say that that's not a job. It's not a job in the formal sense, but it is an actual job. But it's interesting because on the one hand, he bemoans the fact that y'all have a lot of disposable income and y'all just throw it at me for whatever reason, but you're also unemployed. So I'm trying to figure out how this works. He's upset that you have a lot of disposable income, you folks, and y'all just toss it at me because I tell you lies about G-Man. But then he's also upset because you don't have a job and you just sit at fucking home and do nothing. How are both of those true? Something has to give. I don't understand that. I don't get that. And even if you were, when my wife was a homemaker, when she was sitting at home with a child on her titty, she was going to school. That's why she got one of her degrees before me, because that's what she did. She was a homemaker and she was a student, because evidently you can't do both. You can't do both. But that kind of shows you how limited G-Man's view is of women. He doesn't understand at all. He doesn't understand that there's a duality to most folks. But that's something to keep in mind. If you're new to this idiot, incredible, actual misogynistic, not just... one of my alarms just went off. Oh, I gotta go back to the VA. I gotta go back to the VA. Okay, that's what that is. I was like, what? Yeah, and some of y'all are retired. Some of y'all worked far longer than he has. But because you have disposable income and y'all for some reason want to waste it on me, that upsets him. That's why he keeps mentioning subscribers. That's why he mentions super chats and views and shit like that. That's why because he's upset and he's jealous. He's absolutely jealous. And I've said time and time again, y'all don't have to pay for this. I do this because I want to. But still, he has it in his mind that it's a part of some plot. There's some scheme other than what people tell him. Because at all points in time, everyone's lying to him. If you're not a Christian that he acknowledges, you're lying to him. He's delusional. Seems to be a lot of that going around.
Do. That's all they do. And later on, Dry's gonna see this video and he's gonna review it. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? He's gonna review my video. I don't care about Dry not reviewing my video. Dry not's a joke.
If I'm a joke, why are you making videos about me?
He's taking people away from atheism. This is great. I just don't know. Nobody identifying as no atheist no more while that fool's on here. Please, trust me, they're gonna turn on him. And I can't wait because I'm going to make sure I download every last one of those videos. I'm going to make sure I download every.
I'm not sure what he means by that. Well, let me start off by there's people. I guess this only makes sense if you buy into one of his delusions, and that is there is some covert attempt for me to move people away from their religion. That's the only way that this even remotely makes sense. And I've told G-Man, and G-Man has been approached several times by Christians who said, no, Dragnot hasn't told me to walk away from religion. And in fact, there have been a few Christians who have approached me privately and said that they were struggling in their faith, and I told them to keep their faith. He's been told this. And there are Christians close to him that have told him this. But he still entertains this lie because G-Man needs an antagonist, folks. G-Man needs to have an antagonist. So he will lie. And he will fabricate things in order to maintain the antagonist. Because if I'm just doing what I'm doing, just having a laugh, and I'm not actually an agent of chaos, then he doesn't have an argument to make. He needs to fabricate shit in order to keep this going. Because it's interesting he talks about drama when he's the one that elicits said drama. Interesting, right?
Last one of them. Because it's coming, trust me.
Oh, this is other. I'm not sure what he means by people turning on me. What does that look like? What is he actually talking about? And again, the only way that I can make sense of this is if you attach to it some other scheme or plot or something that he thinks is going on. Like you have to contrive things in order to make any of this make sense. Real quick, if y'all are a fan of the old Candyman movies, the remake is out. I guess, no, it's not. It's a sequel. Jordan Peele, the director of Get Out and Us, has brought back Candyman. If y'all have not seen that trailer to Candyman, you need to see it. It looks good. It looks really good.
He is embarrassing the atheist community. Hey, atheists, listen to me. Listen, you guys tried. You put up a good fight.
G-Man is sincere. This is really him.
You tried to prove that God wasn't real. You tried, and you just can't do it. That's why a lot of you are engaging in this drama stuff. You know what I mean? Listen, there's a lot of room in the church. Jesus will prepare a place for you where he is. If you would just humble yourself, admit that you were wrong, and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
I like that he wants people to do something he can't do. Humble oneself. Admit that you're wrong. It's not something you do very well. Once you try that out for size, then you recommend it to other people. How about that, bro? How about that?
And you can come into the kingdom. I'm not saying that we Christians are perfect or anything like that. We mess up just like everybody else. The only difference is that we're forgiven. And you could be forgiven of your sins too. Stop following that disgrace. Stop following that embarrassment and get involved with the winners. With the kingdom of God. You will be persecuted for your faith if you come to the faith. You will be persecuted. People will call you names. People will laugh at you. But you want to know what? The same people that are laughing at you are the same people that's going to burn for all of eternity in the lake of fire with the devil and his angels. The very entities that are controlling these demonic atheists here on the internet who can't fight one-on-one fights, who feel like they need 300 people to fight one person. That's pathetic. That's sad. That shows they can't fight. It shows that they ain't got no intelligence. When they got to send 300 people to go after one person. That's just sad. That is sad.
That's interesting. That really, Logan?
He black. He black. We got a black man in office. He black. He black. We got a black man in office. He black. He black. We got a black man in office. He black. He black. We got a black man in office. Black, 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 black. When Barack Obama was in office, they didn't try to make sense of anything. They just said he black. He black. We got a black man in office. He black. He black. We got a black man in office. He black. Stop. Stop.
G-Man wins.
G-Man always wins. Always.
Black people do coke.
Black people do coke. That Buck Melanoma says he sucks so hard at talking trash. He does. Like he struggles to find words. I guess he's trying to, like, he doesn't even ad lib like profanity, but he struggles when it just comes to making organic insults. For some of us though, we can just come up with stuff on the fly because of practice and everything and whatnot. But folks. He said something very interesting just now. Some of y'all did not catch it. I guarantee y'all some of y'all didn't catch what he just said. This guy, because, the super chat thing went off and everyone kind of forgot. I'm going to replay it, and I want to see how many people caught what he just said. Because it's very specific. When he's specific, right, that's something to you grab it, and you shake it. You shake it like a baby. You shake it, and then you feel sorry.
That's sad. That shows they can't. Demonic atheists here on the internet who can't fight one-on-one fights, who feel like they need 300 people to fight one person.
Now, why would he say that? Why would G-Man say that? Because that's oddly specific. Is he talking about the 300 movie? Is he making some type of, analogy to 300, with the half-naked men with rock-hard abs, chiseled faces, sweaty, battling other men? No. He doesn't watch stuff like that because his pee-pee gets hard. 300 people. Now, someone had remarked about the video that I did the other day towards Shani and some of her interesting claims about me. And the remark had to do with how many people were watching live. It was 300. It was 300 people. G-Man has also made other references to things that I've said in that video. So the video that I did the other day, folks, G-Man was in the chat watching. That's why he referenced that. So it's interesting. If you pay attention to what G-Man says, you want that smoke, 300 people against one. G-Man watched that video. He was there. He's probably watching this one. Pay close attention to when he fucks up like this. Because again, he doesn't watch my channel. He doesn't like drama. He doesn't watch this at all.
That's pathetic. That's sad. That shows they can't fight. It shows that they ain't got no intelligence. When they got to send 300 people to go after one person. That's just sad. That is sad. For one person that you guys consider to be stupid? Give me a break. That person ain't that stupid. Now if you need that many people. You guys are schoolyard bullies. And you're nothing but a bunch of unemployed women who sit around talking about other people.
So, here we are. Here we are at it. I love it. Here's where the soft Shani apologetics begin. Because, mind you, he's seen the videos that Shani's been making about peace and being cool and copacetic with everybody and everything. And, brother G-Man, brother this, brother that. He sees that shit. He gets it. It gets to him. Trust me. So now it's time for the cycle to begin anew. It's time.
All day instead of taking a look in the mirror and seeing whether or not you fit those qualifications. And Drag, since I know you're probably reviewing this video right now, you'll review it tomorrow or whatever, please ask yourself this question, young man. What is a good person and what is a horrible person?
So, a horrible person would be you. You are actually a horrible person. I can say unequivocally that you are a horrible person. You are a terrible waste of human flesh that probably should have been aborted, in my opinion. But, yeah, a good person, that's a good question. That's a good question. I would say a good person embodies several qualities, at least for me. Selflessness, being productive, and you could argue about what constitutes productive. But the selflessness, a selfless person would definitely fit the bill. Somebody who works to edify and build others, I think, would be the hallmark of a good person. But you don't do that. You're incredibly egotistical. You're incredibly self-centered and ignorant. And according to one of my female friends, I'll talk fucking ugly, which, you know, is its own sin. But all the malice that we've seen you display and all the hate and the lying would preclude you from any permutation of what a good person would look like. But just my opinion.
Please, I'd like to know the basis for your definition so that I can turn it back on you.
And why
You
ask
sit
me a
there and you
question?
talk about a person being a parent. What kind of a parent? What kind of a father? What kind of a father figure, a leader of somebody's home, sits in a house and gossips all day?
One with excess time.
Talking about somebody being a parent, dude. Go look in the mirror.
Yes, I am a
You
parent.
should be showing people a whole lot more grace than what you're doing. It's not just you.
No. So look here, princess. When you man up and take responsibilities like I have, then you can lecture me, okay? You don't get to do that at all at any point in time. I think it's funny for somebody who has as much time as you can even attempt and even try to call me out on any goddamn thing. Anything. You've been barrel stacking for how long, my man? You've been doing what? Ever since I came across you many years ago, your life has not improved in the least. So while you try to, I don't know, call me out on leaving my home, let me inform you on something.
Freedom.
G-Man lawful neutral gnome with a -6 in intelligence. Proficiency in deception, grifting, and barrel combat.
You know what? You get extra points for that. I'm sorry, Wilson, for the fucking D&D reference. That's actually pretty creative. I'm gonna give you points for that. From the point that I first ran across you, G-Man, I'd already been improving my family's lifestyle. From the time I made a conscious decision to join the military.
Freedom.
G-Man talking about being a good parent, lol.
Yeah, the irony of someone who supposedly has a mentally challenged daughter, but, you know, and family somewhere that he doesn't take care of. So, just saying. I wasn't going to go there. I was not going to go there, but y'all mentioned it. I understood that when I first started dating who would be now Mrs. Drag, that having a piece of shit car that didn't even have working AC in Louisiana, making $10 an hour, being barely able to scrape by to go out to eat at a fancy restaurant known as IHOP, was no way to bring a child into the world. That we were in no position at all to do so. So something had to be done. I said, fuck it. I'm going to join the military. I was going to do it anyway. So from that point on, there's a leapfrog of one of us working, one of us going to school, one of us working, one of us going to school. And so from the efforts of the leader of the house, my wife was able to get an education. She has a degree. Now it's my turn. And so we went from a 1-bedroom apartment in a shit area to now, yeah, we're able to live in a luxury apartment thanks to my VA compensation. And so once I get done with my school, she'll get to go back and do what the fuck she wants. So it's interesting, G-Man. It's interesting what you talk about as far as my parenting when you see very little of it. Because I keep my fucking kid off of camera. 1. 2, don't have any domestic disputes, any possible felonies pending against me, or anything even close to that. So yes, I do have a right to criticize Shani and Rev because they're terrible fucking people. Again, you can just look up their shit in the court system and see that they're terrible people. But when you accomplish half, not even half, a quarter of the stuff that I have in my lifetime, then you can try to stunt on me, sir. But you can't. You can barely do the things that you claim to be good at. I think it's funny, though, that you still try to compare yourself to me. Because you are in no way, shape, or form able to do so. I've accomplished more in the last 30 years than you have in about, 40 and a half of your life? You have it over an entire decade over me. And I've accomplished more than you ever will in your life. Just saying, man. Just saying.
There's several other YouTubers on here who I know are parents that should be a lot nicer than what they are.
Not obligated.
But I'm gonna
nice
let them keep
anybody.
running their mouth. Because when they bring that garbage over here, they're gonna get destroyed. They're gonna get destroyed. Because none of you dragoons know how to think anymore. You're not free thinkers.
Uh-oh.
You're not but a bunch of gullible religiotards, as you guys have to call us. You play late, let's follow the leader. If Drag does it, I'm gonna do it too. Oh, joy! And that's what you guys are gonna do. If Drag
Calling
does it,
y'all out.
I'm gonna do it. Because I'm an idiot. And I'm gullible. And I go with the crowd. That's atheism, guys, on YouTube these days. Atheism's a joke. It really is. Now, Ozzy Mendez, if you happen to see a video like this,
Ozzy Mendez.
and Drag is reviewing this, dude, you need to stay as far away from this community as possible. Okay? Because I'm serious, dude. I will put you in the same category with these people if I see you in a room with these knuckleheads.
Because Ozzy definitely cares what G-Man thinks about him. He definitely cares.
And I'm not playing. That goes to Matt Dillahunty and the rest of you. If you're going to follow Drag and follow his example, then you are going to be treated like this.
Well, it's weird. Like, I wanted to... Oh, I almost forgot to mention this earlier. He knows that he's actually banned from calling the Atheist Experience. Like, he can call in, but the only way that he'll get through is if I go, you know what, Matt? Hey, let's let him through. Let's let him play. And just to be fair, just because he wants to make an ass of himself, I am going on the Atheist Experience again. I think next month. Let me double check. I had to put this in my calendar because I forget. Nope, not next month. April. So I'll be on there April 5th. That's where I'm scheduled with Matt. So, G-Man, if you want to call April 5th, yeah, how about that? I'll talk to Matt and we'll lift the moratorium and me and you'll chat for however long I want to entertain you. And then when I'm done entertaining bullshit, I'm gonna just hang up on you. I'm gonna be completely honest. No bullshit. I'm gonna hang up on you the second I get tired of you. So if you want to make an ass out of yourself, feel free to call in, my man.
I'm not going to talk to you like you're intelligent. Remember, this is the same guy who says I don't know nothing about science. I can't spell science. I don't know what a protein is. I don't know what an amino acid is.
Oh, he went and learned some of those things too, by the way. He actually went and looked it up because he got tired of me saying that. Man, G-Man is such a tryhard at everything. He is. He really, the shit that some of y'all say to him actually gets to him. I'm not just saying that to gas y'all up, because there's only a few of y'all that make troll accounts and fuck with him. But some of the stuff that y'all have said really gets to him because he mentions it in our conversations sometimes. And I'm like, I'm like, that's probably some shit I'm sorry Wilson said, or there was something Angry Roach said. I think it was in a super chat. I think I read it off or something. And then he thought that he thought it was me saying it. He thought I said it. I said, no, I was reading off a super chat. And I'm like, that was weeks ago. What the fuck? Like, he really got hurt. And I wish I knew what it was. I wish I could remember what it was. But that's something that just stuck out to me. Like, he remembers some of those insults, and it really hurts him. It's so funny. I'm like, why do you care? Why do you have? I have no idea. Like, who cares? You don't know them. They ain't your friends. Why do you care? Why? Hurts his feelings.
I don't understand any biogenesis or any. If I don't understand those things, then tell college boy to debate me on this topic and stop running like a little girl.
Oh, he wants that debate so bad.
All right? And yes, you are being a girl drag when you sit around, you gossip all day, and you're more concerned about somebody's sex life than you are about your own.
That's true. Sandy's sex life is fascinating.
I know I'm laying it on a bit thick, guys. And I might get that smoke. I'm not concerned about drag. All drag can do is tease me. That's it. He has no power over me whatsoever. None. Hey, drag, remember, I called out your lawyer, dude, and your lawyer didn't show up. Just remember that. Just remember that. I went to his city.
Let me tell you, I don't have enough money to keep Nate on retainer. I don't. Like, I think if I added up the GI, so for the money that I get for the GI Bill, for one semester, if I took all the stipend that I get, that I use to pay my fucking bills, I could probably keep Nate on retainer for maybe a week. Maybe a week. I get around like $1,300 for it's called BAH. You're supposed to use it for housing, for the GI Bill. Any of y'all can look this up. It goes by zip code. But about $1,300. If for the entire semester, I took that money and put it into a pot to keep Nate on retainer, I could probably keep Nate on retainer as a lawyer for this hypothetical case for maybe a week. He is expensive. Like, he actually charges quite a bit for his services. So, no, Nate's not my lawyer. But thank you anyway. I don't know what to tell you, G-Man.
And I could have knocked on his door and really humiliated him if I wanted to.
And you know what would probably happen? He would have told you to just get to going, and or just had your ass arrested. I wouldn't suggest doing that. You don't think, G-Man. New York and Texas are two different areas, and there's a bit of a danger with doing that kind of stuff. A bit of a danger. Here in Texas, they're just gonna shoot your ass. New York, the cops probably gonna beat you up. So, just saying, my dude. Just saying. Actually,
is live, I think, right now, making a video about me. So I decided that, before I go finish doing what I was doing, because I don't got to work today, I'm going to take a little bit of time out of my day, out of my precious schedule, to do a continuation of the video that I did yesterday, where I talked about atheism was being dead. Now, we're not going to go so much into that because, I'm really just preaching to the choir when I say things like that, because it's not like only Christians know this. Like, honestly, even the atheists on YouTube know that YouTube atheism is pretty much... Now I want to talk about one of the main reasons why I can celebrate and tell you why atheism's dead, and it has to do with the live stream that's going on right now. Your drama community. Remember yesterday when I made my video, guys, I said that the YouTube atheist community has been reorganized into the drama community, where they spend more time worrying about the kind of soap that you're using when you're bathing than they are about the things that they care about. And while they're doing this, and I'm telling you guys, it's going to take a little bit for these guys to understand this. Atheists are not as quick on their feet as they used to be. They're losing voters. They're losing support. They're losing their identity on the internet. They're losing a lot of things.
Okay. All right. He's repeating the same shit that he said here. I thought it was something interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out this video, and I'll review that stupid shit later, because he's just like, I thought he was going to offer something different than what this is. Yeah. Drag wants that smake. Time for education. Time for education. God damn it. All right, G-Man. All right. Why is he so obsessed about Jay's sex life? So Trevor, don't react to that. He's trying to antagonize folks. Like, G-Man is upset that I focused on Shani and other people. So this is his way of generating controversy so that he can be the center of attention again, because he knows mentioning Jay will piss off quite a few people. Don't bite. But it's there was an atheist voting block. Yeah, so there were several atheist candidates here in Texas. Aaron Robb was one of them. And what ended up happening, there was I'm trying to offer a summation to the conversation me and Aaron had. There was a better candidate that had virtually the same positions that Aaron did. And this guy was more well equipped to be a political contender. So rather than splitting votes, he just conceded and said, hey, you know what, y'all, my people who support me, go support this guy. That's what happened. But there's not a homogenous group of atheist voters. You'll have a lot of non-believers that are for Bernie Sanders, for instance. Actually, there's on my Facebook page right now, there's quite a few non-believers arguing over candidates now. There's quite a few. And there's no homogenous group of atheists. There's Republican atheists, there's Democrat atheists, there's Green Party atheists. And that's what people need to realize. It's like Christians. Christians aren't all Republican. So, yep, I know. Yeah. But, anyway. It's easy to generalize.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get that smoke. Hey, guys, G-Man. That somebody else wrote because Drag ain't got no talent to do it himself.
I don't.
G-Man. Dun. You got the audacity. My name is G-Man. You got the audacity. Let him make his videos. I don't care. It ain't going to stop me from making my money when I go to work. It ain't going to stop me from preaching the gospel. It ain't going to stop me from making him look like a fool when he's finished.
It wasn't supposed to.
I don't care.
The intro was that was actually for the Hannibal and Monty shit show. It was something fun to do. It was a project. That wasn't to make, not really make fun of you, but it's something nice to have. It's just funny. But, he even likes the song, so I'm not sure what he thinks was the purpose of it.
What Drag does. And then some of them call me irrelevant, and then they say, "Oh, G-Man, we're gonna make a documentary about you." Let me get this straight here. There's a video game out there with me, with my head going around like a pinball. Somebody made a wrestling game with me in it. Then somebody took the time out to make a Wikipedia about me. Then somebody made a soundboard about me. And now they're gonna make a document. I tell you one thing, dude. I'm anything but irrelevant. Not if you're spending all that time on me. Just letting you know that. Notice this. I haven't made a documentary about Drag. I refuse to make a detailed video about that guy. He's not worth it.
Oh,
until Drag gets on here and says something intelligent.
I love shit like that. I love when people try to dress me down. I'm like, oh God, please. I love that shit. Please convince him to go make a Drag Not. I will give him stuff. I will give him my wedding photos just so he can do it.
He's not worth me doing those things. My advice to you dragoons, you can watch Drag. You can say subscribe to Drag. You can watch him for entertainment. All right? But please understand this. You are being dumbed down on a monumental level. The level of stupidity that is coming out of y'all mouth in my live chat sometimes, and when y'all finally do come in my room, hey, G-Man, I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time about evolution. I think you've been strawmanning us, and you don't even know what the word strawman means. You don't even know what it means to have a disagreement. You don't understand point counterpoint, but you want to come in a room and have a talk with me about whether or not evolution is true, whether or not my God exists? You want to talk to me like I'm stupid?
You're stupid.
Please do me a favor. Keep listening to that moron and then come in my room and think I'm as stupid as everybody think I am.
I'm not as stupid as you think I am.
I'm a lot smarter than college boy. I can promise you that. A whole lot smarter than college boy.
Smarter than me.
You want proof? Right now I'm issuing a challenge for the 20th time. I want to debate you on the issue of abiogenesis, since you and me both know that abiogenesis is not science. It is pseudoscience, and you have a religious belief that the first cell came through the process of abiogenesis. both know this. And every time you turn me down, every time you try to use that, I don't want to debate my equal garbage. Every time you talk like that, you prove you're not on my level.
Oh.
Not when it comes to talking about these topics.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly. He gets so mad when I tell him that. And you're right. You're absolutely right. I am not on your level. You are completely right about that, G-Man. That was kind of the point of me telling you that.
I would rather take the time out to have you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get other Christians to debate me on this topic.
Oh, okay, cool.
Maybe I should start going at the theistic evolutionists, because at least they got some spine. And you dragoons have been taught not to think anymore, to just believe everything that this person says without any proof or any evidence. For crying out loud, I heard this man say that if you have a W-2, it's not a job. That's how stupid he is. I'm not worried about people like you.
So I'm pretty sure some of y'all are wondering what I actually said about a W-2. And it's one of those things where it's comments like this where you can tell that he knew it was an insult, but he didn't know what I was getting at. I know I shouldn't have fucking. I'm trying to. What y'all are hearing? What y'all hearing? My phone going off. I'm trying to see if Xavier wants to go out to eat. Actually, Xavier, we're gonna wait till you're probably watching. We're gonna wait till my average-looking wife, comes home and get something to eat. But the comment that was made was that I like to ask G-Man around now, like around tax time, if he's done his W-2, because we know that he gets paid under the table. That's the joke. It doesn't, like, we know that he has a job. Like, he actually goes out and he works. I know exactly where he works. But he gets paid under the table. He doesn't have a legitimate job. But he has a job. And so the joke is, hey, did you do your W-2? Obviously, if you get paid under the table, you can't do your fucking taxes. So he missed that. He completely missed that, because I don't think he's ever actually, like, done a W-2. I don't think so at all. I will go out on a limb and say I don't think that he's ever done his taxes. Ever. But, you know, could be wrong.
Like you guys. You guys can call me dumb, call me all the names you want. But you know what? You don't see me in people's live chats going, oh my God, you're such a terrible person for teasing people while also teasing people. These hippo atheists need to stop doing that. People are hypocrites on a monumental level. I haven't laughed so hard today in my life, man. And in a long time in this community. Reading some of these comments that I'm seeing you guys throw at some of these people in here. I'm like,
he doesn't watch the
videos. In atheism, there's nothing wrong with doing these things, since you don't have a basis for your morality. You atheists support this stuff. If you put me in a room, tell me something, atheist. Do you believe watching porn is immoral? Well, as an atheist, I kind of watch it myself. Wait a minute. If you watch it yourself and you practice it yourself, then why are you teasing somebody for doing it? Do me a favor. Leave the moral game to us Christians.
Yeah, I don't think that he actually understands how nasty it is for Shanny to make porn. I would think the same thing, you know, about, like, if I was watching my own fat ass, like, on top of my wife. Probably not the best thing to watch in the world. So I'm going to watch people who look better than me, with good stroke game, and doing the nasty and the squirties and all that kind of stuff and everything and whatnot.
Consistent with our morality, and you guys are all over the place. Why anybody listen to you people? I don't even know.
Here's the jealousy again.
G-Man's back. Get focused, or you're going down even more than what you're already going down, because atheism's dead.
So if you did not already gather from this here, if you didn't already figure it out, G-Man's upset that he's not the center of attention. That's like the way. So him ending the video this way is kind of proof positive that he needs to get attention. He needs attention. He's upset that people are still saying bad things about him. Cry. Same shit, different day. So of course, in true fashion, I'm probably not going to make a video about him for a while just to piss him off. Like, I was going to review this. Drag wants that Smake time for education kid. I'll hold off on that. I might just download it and just hold on to it and just focus on like Mia Khalifa or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, can't be the only one who thinks Shani's hot. Well, Nick, there's one other person that I know who genuinely does like watching Shani naked in the tub. It's fucking disgusting for me. But, I mean, if you can get off on Shani being naked, go for it, you know? Awesome. Awesome. Just, I mean, you're better than me. Like, I think that Rev's performance was terrible, and he should have never uploaded that video, especially if he's suffering from what clearly seems to be erectile dysfunction. But I don't blame him. I don't blame him. If I was naked and Shani was naked next to me, my PP probably wouldn't be able to get hard either. I have incredible difficulty. In fact, all the videos that they uploaded, his PP was not erect. He was flaccid. Except for one picture that he took when she wasn't around. And that's the infamous baby carrot picture. So, interesting. Very interesting. He might be suffering from performance anxiety. Maybe that, but you choose to upload it. Why you upload terrible videos, again, I don't get it. I don't get it. So, my advice, if you're going to upload something, let it be the best of what you can do. If you got a dick smacker, then dick smacker. And, you know, if she's going to upload 2 30-second videos of fellatio, let it not be when she's trying to fiddle with an Oscar Mayer wiener that's completely flaccid. And it looks like she just, you know, found the baby in the king cake. 10 points if you get that reference. Anyway, all right, folks, that's it. I'm done. I will play y'all out. Play out. Why not? Why not?
The announcement is this. I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout next Friday. Not today, but next Friday. And that particular Google Hangout will be focused on primarily one thing. I'm asking everyone to bring their own personal rap to this particular Google Hangout. I'm going to expose myself on YouTube. I'm going to make a YouTube video embarrassing myself.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I got to tell you about the fabulous, most groovy
G-Man. G-Man. You know you're breaking the law right now. I will stomp a mud hole in you, sir. I am not playing, Dragnet.
My name is Gman.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is Gman.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is Gman. My name is Gman.
So big in this guy be.
My name is Gman. My name is Gman.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
Gman.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is Gman.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is Gman. My name is Gman.
So big in this guy be.
My name is Gman. My name is Gman.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching